Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 88th episode of In the Trenches, Kroll's weekly cyber threat intelligence briefing. Today is the 18th of February, and my name is George Glass, an Associate Managing Director in the Cyber Threat Intelligence team. Joining me today from the CTI team is Mukesh Nagar, Dave Truman, and Sarah Carrigan. As always, we'll be covering the most recent trends our threat intelligence team is witnessing in the trenches, so let's get into the situation report. First up, Kroll has updated their data leak site with a new victim list of approximately 43 organizations. The organizations are likely from the previous redacted list containing company names from C to E and are possibly associated with the Cleo zero-day vulnerability. We've been tracking that very closely, and any other updates will be sure to bring them to you. Second on the list here, the US has sanctioned LOCKBIT Bulletproof hosting provider. The US, along with Australia and the UK, have sanctioned the Bulletproof hosting provider Zservers. Zservers is a Russia-based provider and was essential for supplying attack infrastructure for LOCKBIT to utilize for its operations. Canadian authorities discovered a laptop during a 2022 raid running a virtual machine linked to a Zservers subleased IP address that was operating a LOCKBIT malware control panel. So some good news there. Lastly, ransomware payments dropped in 2024. According to Chainalysis, ransomware payments saw a decrease in the last year compared to 2023 by 35%. Researchers state that the disruption of well-known ransomware groups played a key role in the reduction, as well as more companies becoming stronger against attacks and choosing not to pay a ransom. Remember, if you have any questions or comments, please get in touch with us using cti@kroll.com. That's cti@kroll.com. So let's get into the rest of today's briefing. Today, Mukesh is going to be covering Patch Tuesday. Dave is talking about KTA 029, aka Sandworm, and their new malware delivery method. And of course, Sarah will be covering the ransomware roundup. So, Mukesh, what's the latest from the Microsoft Patch Tuesday?
Hello, everyone. So the latest for Microsoft Patch Tuesday is that Microsoft have addressed 66 vulnerabilities in February's patch cycle. Of the 66 addressed vulnerabilities, 20 of these were elevation of privilege vulnerabilities, 25 were classed as critical. We had 2 0 days, which were CVE 2025-21418 with a CVSS score of 7.8. And this vulnerability is related to a Windows ancillary function driver for Winsoft. The second 0 day that was addressed in this Patch Tuesday was a Windows storage elevation of privilege vulnerability tracked as CVE 2025-21391, and this had a CVSS score of 7.1. Both of these vulnerabilities, according to Microsoft, have been exploited in the wild, but Microsoft have not shared any additional details on the exploitation regarding this. So we do recommend that all users ensure that their Windows devices are patched to the latest versions. That's all for me, George. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Mukesh. And now over to Dave for some news about KTA 029. Over to you, Dave.
Thank you. Eclectic IQ released a report detailing a campaign that they believe to be orchestrated by KTA 029, aka Sandworm, a group associated with the Russian state. The attack leverages fake Windows updates and pirated Microsoft Key Management Service activators and leads to the deployment of backorder, DC rats, and a new remote desktop backdoor. Eclectic IQ detailed an affected activator named KMS Auto ++x64 v1.8.4.zip, which was downloaded via a BitTorrent magnet link. The download was infected with backorder, a loader associated with KTA 029. Backorder performed anti-Microsoft Defender tasks using living off the land binaries, such as adding directories to Defender's exclusion list using PowerShell and WMIC. It then downloaded and executed DC-RAT, A fully featured remote access Trojan, they can perform tasks such as stealing data from clipboards, keyboard capture, screenshots, and process manipulation. Eclectic IQ also discovered what appeared to be a new version of backorder that was written in Python. Alongside DC Rats and different versions of backorder, Eclectic IQ also found a new C# based backdoor disguised as a Windows update. The backdoor used PowerShell to create a Tor service on the infected machine to allow for protected interaction. The backdoor also installed the Windows version of OpenSSH, allowing for alternate connectivity. Finally, this backdoor created an administrator user with the username of either admin or WG utility operator. This attack is a good example of why relying on pirated software is a bad idea. A lot of pirated software comes with pre-bundled malware. Thank you, George.
Thank you very much, Dave. And finally, it's over to Sarah for this week's ransomware roundup.
Thanks, George. Today's story, we're talking about PHOBOS ransomware and 8base. So there was a coordinated law enforcement global operation dubbed PHOBOS AIDER, led to the arrest of at least 4 members of the PHOBOS ransomware group in Thailand. These individuals are believed to have extorted around 16 million in Bitcoin, and this is from over 1,000 victims worldwide. This operation led to numerous raids where devices such as smartphones, laptops, and cryptocurrency wallets were seized for forensic analysis. This operation also resulted in the seizure of dark websites that were associated with 8base ransomware, and this group has been targeting organizations globally since at least 2022. So when you access the 8base data leak site right now, there is a seizure message displaying that the site is hidden and has been seized. This hidden site and the criminal content have been seized by the Bavarian State Criminal Police Office on behalf of the Office of the Public Prosecutor General in Bamberg. So within that seizure message, it also mentions that it is a part of the PHOBOS operations, and it's involved alongside with other countries who have assisted. Swiss authorities have also requested the extradition of the suspects. That's all from me, George.
Thank you very much, Sarah, for that good news. That's all we have time for this week. So thank you to Sarah, Mikesh, and Dave. If you have any questions or comments, please do reach out to us using cti@kroll.com. That's cti@kroll.com. Have a wonderful day.